Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be discussing how I broke my foot twice. Yeah. The year is 2022. This was my first season back on competition. We were getting ready to go compete at CAR. 2 weeks before our competition, we were in contemporary class and we were doing our dance, and I did a fan kick, and when I came down on that foot, it immediately snapped and I fell to the floor. At first I was like, oh my god, like I'm so clumsy. So I was laughing because like anytime I fall or someone falls, I laugh because it's hilarious. Like, of course you're gonna laugh when someone falls.
How rude.
And then the pain started to like ache, and it was really excruciating. It took a couple seconds and I was like, I know I broke my foot because this does not feel right. I was in tears and I was like sobbing. Like, first of all, I broke my foot. Second of all, like, this is my first season back and I can't even compete at our first team competition. What? I went out of the room because I had to call my mom. I called my mom and then I was waiting for her to, come get me. And I was laying on the ground with an ice pack on my foot and I was eating the airhead ropes. I guess that's what you do when you break your foot. I was hungry, I guess. I have no idea. Nevaeh put me on her back and carried me out through the hall, out to the car, and put me in the car, and we went to the ER, got my foot looked at. They told me it was broken. They told me that the spot that I broke my foot at, if I would have like broken it any further up, I would have had to get surgery. I didn't have to get a cast, thank God, but they gave me a boot and crutches, which womp womp. Fast forward, we go to CAR and all of our dances are reblocked. Also too, we were going to Disneyland. We were in the parade, dancing in the parade. I was told that I wouldn't be able to go. Lisa reached out to like Dance the Magic and asked like, can I still like be in the parade? Like, can I be in a wheelchair? I've paid all this money. Like, I can't just not go. And they told me that I could be in the parade if I was in a wheelchair. And I was so excited. But they were like, you have to have someone push you. And my mom was not about to get in the middle of Main Street and push me down the parade route. Like, she said no. She was like, you're gonna have to find someone else to do it. And I was like, you're kidding. The girls were like, well, why don't you ask Ethan to push you down the parade? And I was like, no. And then we told him about it, and then it was just like a joke, like, oh, ha, 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 like, you're gonna push Kaylin down the parade, whatever. But then it got serious. There was a petition made for Ethan to go to Disneyland. He told us that if we got all of the dancers to sign this petition, he would go to Disneyland. And I didn't take it seriously because I'm like, he's not gonna go. I'm gonna have to force my mom to push me down the freaking parade route. Then all the dancers signed the petition and he was like, okay, I'll go. We get to Disneyland, okay? I was so excited because I'm like, okay, first of all, Disneyland, yes. Second of all, I don't have to walk. Yes. It was great. We're getting ready to go into the parade and, we're all dressed up and we're literally like backstage, like about to enter onto Main Street, like the backstage area of Disneyland. This lady comes up to us and she says, okay, since you're in a wheelchair, you need to be really careful of the tracks on Main Street. Like, you don't want to get your wheel stuck, because if you get your wheel stuck, you can't get out. You're just gonna have to sit there and everyone's gonna have to dance around you. And I'm like, okay. I didn't really pay attention to what she said. Neither did Ethan, obviously. The parade starts. We're going down Main Street. As we take that final turn to go straight, donk, I get stuck in the track. And I'm like, oh, what? How did this happen? Like, she literally just told us not to get stuck in the track. This is not my fault. I'm not driving this thing. Ethan is, so it's obviously his fault. I start panicking. I'm like, oh my god. He's like, don't freak out, keep dancing. And he's like trying to push me like along the track, and the track's going this way, and everyone else is going this way, and I just keep dancing and smiling and yay, 0 to hero. The tracks like meet at this one part, and he was able to like push it, and then I got out of the track. Thank God we got out of there. I was not about to be stuck in the track with my purple costume and Ethan's bright red shirt. Like, no thanks. Disneyland was so much fun. If I could relive that experience, I totally would. Like, it was amazing. I had so much fun on that trip. During the parade, after the parade, like, everything was just great. We get back to the studio. We have another competition. We have Act 1. Obviously, I can't dance, so I'm designated, hype woman. Act 1, I don't even want to talk about. It was awful. Okay? Awful. Then fast forward, I was able to take off the boot. They told me that my foot was healed and I could dance, and I was like, great. Fast forward, we get to Legacy. Girls want to dance. Such a fun dance. Love tap. We get to the very end of the dance, and we do a move called an over the top. Simple move. I did it the first time, perfectly fine. The second time I did it, broke my foot again. I was on stage, and my foot broke. I immediately knew my foot was broken again because I just had that exact same excruciating pain, and I could feel the crack. Like, it was horrid. As soon as I get past the wing, I immediately collapse on the floor. Everyone swarms around me. They're like, what's wrong? I broke my foot again. Like, I was in tears. And so I think Maya was there. Maya had to like help me. My mom was like, she was in the dressing room, and she was like, oh my God, Caitlin, you did so good. What's wrong? I was just crying, and so that's how she knew something was wrong. And I told her that I broke my foot again, and she was like, are you kidding? And she was mad, but she wasn't mad at me. She was just mad at like my foot, if that makes sense. So we had to go to the ER. They told me it was broken again. She took me back to the competition, and I just had like an ace bandage around my foot. And I was the designated like team captain for contemporary. I obviously wasn't able to compete it. I still had to go get the award. And so I get back just in time for awards, and they call out, what was our dance? If this is the last time, that's what the dance was. They call out the name, they call out the award, and I hobble up there with my broken foot. I grab the award, I smile, and I go back down, and I just start crying because I'm like, I'm in pain. Get me my boot, get me my crutches. Let's get out of here. My mom comes back with the boot and the crutches, and I just have to sit in a chair for the rest of the night. I didn't go back to comp the next day because I'm like, there's literally no reason for me to be here. Like, this is horrible. After that, I wasn't able to compete for the rest of the season. The only thing I got to do was the mother-daughter dance at recital. The mother-daughter dance was a sleigh. And then recital was just that. And then over the summer, my foot healed, and then I was able to come back. But breaking my foot twice was not on my bingo card at all. It was really devastating because I was so looking forward to dancing again. Like, that's all I care about. That's literally my number one thing in life. I cried a lot about it because I couldn't dance with my friends. I was teaching in a boot as well, which was horrible because anytime I would say to like tendu with my broken foot, all my littles would like flex their foot because that's all I could do with my boot. At the time, it was horrible. But now, looking back, it's great. So, moral of the story, just when you think it's bad, in the future, you'll look back, and it's not that bad. It could have been worse, Look on the bright side, Miss Caitlin. That's all for my how I broke my foot twice story time. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you were there for those moments, I hope you enjoyed reliving them and experiencing them again for a second time, because I surely did. That's it. Love ya. Bye. There's a spider. You're dead. Brother. Your pinky foot? Oh, I don't know what to do. Snaky face right there. What? It's so cringy. Okay, whatever. That's it.